Jalen Brunson is supposed to be back for Christmas. He wasn't there last night. He's been playing really well, though the entire Knicks team has as of late, fresh off their NBA Cup title. They head home for a franchise record 58th Christmas Day game tomorrow. And on the holiday, they face the Cavaliers, who are playing far below the level I think that we all maybe expected them, because they won 64 games a season ago. Cleveland just 5-5 over their last 10 games. They've played just 57 minutes with their 4 All-Stars this season, though. That's important to note. And of course, these teams, they have playoff experience together, but it's been a couple of years. So let's focus on the regular season. The Knicks, they won their lone meeting so far this year. That was after the Cavs owned the previous 4 matchups. So the Cavaliers and Knicks, they tip off tomorrow's Christmas Day slate on ESPN. And for the second straight year, we're going to have our Dunk the Halls altcast. That's over on ESPN2 and Disney+. And Monica McNutt is joining me now from Main Street, USA in Disney World, where all of a sudden, is that Stitch's whip that you're in there, Monica?
Apparently, it is Jumba's spaceship, Malika. You are absolutely right, and we are so excited about the basketball to come right here on Main Street, USA.
But before that, what does your day on Main Street, USA, the most magical place in the world, look like?
Oh, man. Well, I get to hang out with my great colleague and partner, Drew Carter. We're hanging out with the Disney stars, making sure that Mickey, Minnie, Daisy Duck is a part of our broadcast as well. We've got Donald, we've got Goofy, we've got Santa here. We're looking for the hidden Mickeys all through our broadcast. And, of course, Stitch, I apologize, is our special guest.
Ooh, Stitch is a special guest and Santa's coming to town. Monica, I cannot wait here. And you're so lucky. You got to do this altcast last year as well. What should we be looking for in this game?
Well, we've got some involvement with our favorite Disney players. Last year, we had Mikal Bridges, who also had an opportunity to be subbed in by Donald Duck. And Malika, you may remember, this game was fantastic. It was a 3-point game, and Bridges/Donald Duck had 41 points in the Garden. I mean, look at these moves. I didn't know that Donald Duck was this athletic. I mean, getting a rebound here, or running the floor, because the Knicks have the rebound, getting to that 3-point line where he's been so terrific, and the celebration.
Yes.
He nailed the 3-point celebration for sure. Look at this. I can't even tell the difference. I don't know about you.
I can't. It looks almost even better on Main Street, USA than it does in Madison Square Garden, and that is a tall task, Monica, because we know that arena is magical, particularly on Christmas Day. Look, I know you got a busy day. I know you have a lot of characters that are waiting for you to wrap up here on NBA Today. But before we let you go, do you have a favorite ride at Disney World?
Oh, man, give me Space Mountain. I'm just a Space Mountain girl. I love it. It's classic. It's been here forever. It gets me going every time.
I polled our staff here, and we're a Thunder Mountain crew at Disneyland because, of course, we are California-based. But really, Monica, you can do no wrong. Thank you so much. Well, we got round 2 here between Denver and Dallas. Same matchup, but one difference. Cooper had a birthday since the last time around. He turned the big 1-9
The 1-9
on Sunday here. Cooper, though, you can see he's starting to find his rhythm each and every game. Another big one for him on Tuesday. Here's Flagg. Rises up for the two-handed jam plus the foul. And then Nikola Jokic here, a rare turnover by him. Flagg leaks out and then breaks it down. Later in the first quarter, Flagg once again here, pulls up, nails the 3. His 14 first quarter points, by the way, those are tied for his most in any quarter this season. Mark, he's starting to find his rhythm.
He's like a 30-year-old.
Slices his way inside, stuffs it down on Spencer Jones. Another look at that one. But this was a game late in the fourth here. 3.5 to play. The Mavs up by 2. Cooper Flagg, once he starts nailing this 3-pointer consistently, it's going to be a problem. He finished with a game-high 33 points. Just over a minute left. Mavs up by 6. Jamal Murray, though, this is what he does. Nails the 3. Denver.
Strong suit.
Here they come. 35 seconds left. Still a 3-point game. Murray finds Jokic. Hits the little floater in the lane. So Denver, it's a 1-point game here. And Peyton Watson in the corner, wide open for the game winner. Not quite a Christmas miracle here for Denver. Oh, tough scene there. The Mavs hang on to win 131-130. Here's Cooper Flagg after the game.
We're just learning. We're learning from all these experiences. We've been in a lot of really close games. So just trying to take stuff from those games and learn from it and get better. It's Christmas time. There's magic in the air. It's the holidays. So I'm just glad I can come out here and have a good performance.
I know you got a golf cart already for Christmas, but what else is on your Christmas wish list this year?
I'm just thinking about basketball. I just want to get some more wins. That's what's on my wish list. I want to get a bunch more wins.
Well, wins, there's coming more and more here for the Dallas Mavericks as we look ahead to their Christmas Day matchup in the Bay against the Golden State Warriors. We say howdy to our Tim MacMahon.
Howdy, Malika.
See, it just makes my day every time. And we say hello to Anthony Slater, whose last name is looking a little bit more holiday festive today. But, Tim, what stood out to you the most by the way that Cooper is really finding his rhythm here?
Malika, you mentioned it. He was knocking the three down. This has been the one flaw in his game since they stopped this experiment of him at point guard. 4 of 6 from three. It's a career high, season high, whatever you want to call it for him. This is a guy who had been shooting at 23%. If he's knocking down the three, forget about it. There's really not a ceiling on him as a scorer. But forget what stood out to me. I asked Joker, Nikola Jokic, a 3-time MVP, what stood out to him about Cooper Flagg's performance. He said the poise that he plays with, he doesn't seem so young out there. He raved about this kid's maturity, said it feels like he's played in big games before and won a lot of games in his life.
Yeah, that's what Mark Spears and I were talking about in the break. He really has a maturity that's beyond his years. By the way, tough way to end that game for Denver, but I did love how the team came around Peyton Watson because I can't imagine that feeling, knowing you were wide open and missing that three. Slater. I really appreciate, one, you always being down for my holiday puns here. And second, in the wake of the Draymond situation that we saw happen in their last outing, when he went back to the locker room, he didn't come in for the rest of the game. How can the Golden State Warriors find a little bit more jolly joy this holiday season going into this next game?
Winning. And, you know, that was kind of maybe the underrated part of what happened the other night. Like, it's been tense around them. They were 13-15 recently, and that was kind of a boiling point of what has been a situation that led to that moment. But they won. They blew out the Magic. That was one of their better wins of the year. Two wins in a row, which I think has helped. And also, they got 2 days off. And I think this was an important time for them to get away from each other, right? They had yesterday completely off. They're going to practice a little bit later today. And then they get a showcase game tomorrow that I think they're all going to be pretty focused and tuned into. So I think it comes at a pretty good time. And then on the Draymond front, asking people around the organization, they put this pretty low on like the Draymond Richter scale, basically, of situations. But if you look in his past, his answer to these type of situations has always been to play really well. Jordan Poole incident a few preseasons ago, he was a second-team all-defensive player that year. Last year, he's third, in defensive player of the year. His answer can be on the court. If he just has a very strong string of play coming up, everyone's going to forget about it, and his future will be secure with the Warriors. If he doesn't, the chatter will continue.
Yeah, and that strong play can look like less turnovers here for Draymond Green because that's been a problem for them their last couple of games here. But that's such a good point. Sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's how it is with Tim Bontemps and Tim MacMahon, at least. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you tomorrow at the game. But in terms of that game tomorrow, things don't get much stranger, if you will, than Curry on Christmas because he's coming off a monster performance. Last year against the Lakers, he had a game-high 38 and a loss. But historically, for whatever reason, he struggled on the holiday. He's 3-7 all-time, only averaging 17 points on 28% shooting from three, which is pretty uncharacteristic here. But there are so many storylines, Mark, within this Warriors-Mavericks matchup here. What's the one that you think fans should be paying most attention to?
Going back to the Rook. I'm going back to Cooper Flagg, who's been super hot. This is going to be his first Christmas game. You know, Wilt Chamberlain scored 45 points in his first Christmas game.
Right.
LeBron James scored 34. What couldn't Cooper Flagg do, especially if Draymond's guarding him?
Well, I'm looking for Klay Thompson back in the Bay Area. That's always a fun one. And he's heating up a little bit, shooting 37% from three in December.
I am very much looking forward to that. Perk, what you got?
Well, I'm looking at the forgotten child, the one that nobody buys Christmas presents for Christmas, and that's Anthony Davis, who's been balling since he's returned from injury. By the way, has helped Cooper Flagg, but over the last 2 games, he's been averaging 33 and 13 rebounds. And so I look at that individual matchup, right? It's always fun watching Anthony Davis go against Draymond Green. We know Draymond Green is one of the best defenders that we've ever seen.
Yep.
Watching that individual matchup, I'm looking forward to.
2-star statuses were in question for tomorrow, Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson, but I understand you may have some holiday cheer for us.
Malika, sources tell me Luka Doncic is expected to play on Christmas Day against the Rockets. I'm told he's undergoing a workout today. As long as that goes smooth, he's in line to make his return debut in his new signature shoes on Thursday. And then in the Eastern Conference, Jalen Brunson, he missed last night's game with an ankle management issue. He will be playing on Christmas Day against the Cavaliers in the first game of the slate. He sat last night, like I just said, and is really managing bumps and bruises. The Knicks had 3 games in 4 nights after the Championship Cup game victory, but he will be in the lineup against the Cavs on Christmas Day.
All right, so we may be getting some stars back here, Shams. Before we say goodbye to you really quickly, you just now have some news coming in about Cam Johnson and the Denver Nuggets. What more can you tell us?
Look, Cam Johnson has been diagnosed with a bone bruise in his right knee, so he will miss some time here for the Nuggets. They are now down 3 starters. Christian Brown with an ankle injury. They're down Aaron Gordon. Now they're down Cam Johnson. All will miss a period of time moving forward. They're not just going to be back in the next couple of days or so. So 3 starters down. Cam Johnson will miss Christmas Day and potentially even more time after that.
Okay, so no Cam Johnson here on Christmas Day after we saw him go down in last night's game. We are certainly hoping for him to have a speedy recovery here.